Flickr is a Mount Maunganui-based ticketing platform that is taking on the global giants in this space. Joining me now is co-founder and CEO Ben Calvert. Well, welcome, Ben.
Good morning, how are you?
There's already lots of ticketing companies globally and in New Zealand. What's different about yours?
There's a number of reasons, but fundamentally what we do is we connect our partners directly with their fan base rather than letting a third party get in the middle. We give them exclusive ownership and access to all of the data as it relates to that fan. And financially, we give them direct access to the cash flow, so there's no delayed payouts.
What's the advantage to the sports and entertainment brands connecting directly? What advantage does that give them, do you think?
Well, what it does is it gives them the opportunity to really understand who their fans are. So in the past, they may have only known the purchaser's details, and that purchase is if they sign up to marketing. So with our platform, it gives them full visibility of not only the purchaser, but also the attendees for that event.
So they get to know the data behind who's buying them and can market appropriately.
Yeah, their ages, the demographics, what their interests are, who their favourite player could be. We give them a 360-degree view of their fan, so it enables them not only to sell a ticket, but also a membership, merchandise and other experiences that could be involved as well.
What were you doing before you set this company, and what led you to setting it up?
It's a very good question. My family's been in the sports and entertainment industry for a long time, so I've been working at events since I was in nappies pretty much. But based off the back of that, I was doing sales for MediaWorks and a variety of other agencies, and the event industry is really where my passion was. And so, yeah, partnering with my CDO and co-founder, Jimmy, we were able to build something that I suppose made a difference in an industry we're both interested in.
So could you see a gap in what was existing?
Yeah, it was just completely outdated really, and what our whole family really understood it, but we felt that the ticketing companies were holding too much control over that fan experience, and so we really wanted to disrupt that.
So you started the company in 2018, but then COVID struck.
Yes.
What impact did that have on your business and that of your customers?
Definitely hurt our customers. However, for us, we really focused on investing a lot into our customer experience, our technology. And so although we were down in revenue on a per customer basis, we're actually able to grow 3 times every year because we're able to expand our market share across both sports and music.
Which is more popular in terms of your customers? I mean, which do you have more of? Is it more music or sporting?
When we first got into the business, it was definitely more music. That transitioned to sport over COVID with having limited access to international artists, and now it's be about a 50-50 split.
So can you name some of your customers? Who do you represent?
Yeah, so we've got 2 Super Rugby clubs, including the Chiefs and Moana Pacifica. We have 8 NPC teams, so we've got majority of New Zealand Rugby's teams, all of New Zealand's domestic cricket teams, large music festivals such as Bay Dreams and Soundsplash, and a variety of others.
So mainly in New Zealand at this stage?
So we're in New York City and then throughout every state in Australia as well.
How are you helping them fill stadiums?
Well, by getting them to understand who their fans are, what their, I suppose, disposable income is, and giving them the insight to how do we actually reduce churn and get a customer coming back. So without having the data, they never knew who was most likely to churn. They never knew who was actually showing up. And so now they're reducing their costs of marketing and able to invest in, I suppose, new customer acquisition because they understand their data rather than just kind of guessing.
And what's your business model? How do you make money off it?
So we make money off a commission, and then we have a CRM system, which is a software as a service model, so a monthly subscription.
Right. And are you making good? What's your revenue now, and are you profitable yet?
As a private business, we won't disclose that today, but we're definitely growing and heading in the right direction.
And you're profitable yet or not?
Almost.
Right. Well, that's good. You have plans to expand globally. What does that involve?
That involves growing in the areas that we're currently in. So basically doubling down on our customers in New York, doubling down on our customers in Australia. We've really been lucky because we're a white label brand, we sit behind the scenes. We enable our customers, really, their brand to go first. So we grow off word of mouth, which has been very strong for us, and we'll have the same strategy in those areas.
So more of the same, but more of it.
Yeah.
Right. How have you funded your business to date? Because that's always an issue for any startup.
Very good question. So we have been self-funding to a certain state. However, when you want to double down and double growth in a COVID period of time, you obviously need some external investment. So we've got a silent and private investor. The benefit of this investor is that the family's been very supportive of sport in New Zealand, so they understood the problem. But two, they wanted us to grow at speed, so they understood the need for us to focus on our customers, focus on our technology, rather than focus chasing VCs around the countryside. So it's enabled us to grow and help our partners more by having the right investor.
So that's a profile group, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And so when did they come in?
The family's been a mentor of mine for a long time, and but they've been involved from the very beginning.
Oh, right. And so will they help fund you, or do you think you'll need to get other external investment?
At this stage, we're fine. And yeah.
All right. Any other issues that you think are holding back the growth of your company? Anything that you think the government could do, or would you like to see the government do to help growth for your sort of company?
I think it would be good to see the government actually invest, like Australia and Melbourne, for example, where the government or I suppose the councils are investing a lot in helping bring international events to the regions, to the areas. So, imagine seeing Manchester City play here.
I'd like that.
That would. I feel that the government could help by, investing more into sports and entertainment in the country.
And what you're saying is bringing overseas acts more, though.
Yeah, and maybe helping some of our promoters and sporting teams have access to funding that they may not have had in the past.
Okay. A lot of companies are struggling to hire staff at the moment. How are you finding that?
We've been lucky. And the reason why I say that is that we're in a really exciting position where we're disrupting a market, we're winning new customers, we're in a growth stage. So people want to come and work with us. Our competitors have been very stagnant in terms of they're at the top, and so for us it's a bit easier because we're disrupting everything, and it's it's sexy, it's exciting, and so
being based in Mount Maunganui wouldn't be bad either.
No, and in fact we've been very flexible. So we've got staff in Otago, Christchurch, Wellington, Auckland, Mount Maunganui, and so we are reasonably flexible where our staff live. And having that, I suppose, that modern approach to running a business, I suppose, makes us more attractive.
What's been the biggest hurdle you've faced so far?
I think the biggest hurdle as a new technology company is proving your tech in the early stages. So when you're getting started, you're trusting someone that could give you $10 million plus of transactions. And so we've been lucky to have support from the chiefs, have support from these large festivals from the early stages, which has enabled us to grow. But I feel that other technology providers to kind of prove themselves would be a struggle.
And is one of the bonuses getting free tickets to these events?
No. We're there to work. It seems working at events can sometimes seem a lot more, I suppose, fun than others, and it is fun, but we take our role seriously and we're there to work.